Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. Today we talk about this little bugger, Tier 7, Chinese IS-2. In my opinion, just a tank. I'm going to show you 4 games today instead of the usual 3, because I've driven it with the 122mm gun, which is sadly lacking the muzzle brake, but hey ho. That's what happens. And 2 games with the 100mm. And why am I going to show you that? Well, because you don't really want to drive with the 122. The 100 is so much better in nearly every aspect except for the alpha damage. And yeah, this shot, for example, it's not what you can do or will do usually in the IS-2. It was a wide open shot, full open reticule, but I still hit it somewhere. Don't know how, don't know where, don't know when. But yeah, it's not a good gun. So in that regard, this tank is just a tank. I'll get to it later. Full stats, bells and whistles here, stats and numbers, armor profile and stuff, and some quite good games as well. Before we go off, if you like the content, please consider sponsoring the channel. There's a link to the Patreon page below in the description. If you want to get some free gold, join us on our little contest. We are going to do a live stream on May 16th, and you can win the big gold bundle, 14k of gold, the middle one, almost 6k, and the smaller ones as well. Not the smallest one, but 3 of the smaller ones are up for grabs as well. So keep an eye out on that one. Link is available as well in the description. WoT of Tanks Blitz gold giveaway. And join the Discord, because it's fun. And there are people there who talk around and talk tanks and stuff, and from time to time make funny comments as well. So yeah. In the meantime, our team is getting wrecked, as you can see. Upon hindsight on this battle, I wasn't too sure whether I really had needed to push the Cheery or the AMX 1375. But yeah, those two were autoloaders. They were pushing the flank pretty hard. That T-3485 was there as well. I maybe should have pushed on him a bit quicker here and get some shots, take some shots for my friendly AMX 12T, who's doing a valiant job at staying alive, but against a full health T29 and a near on full health T-3485, and there's also an easier, yeah, he's still full health as well. Knocking about an AMX 12T is not going to do much. And, well, neither am I. That's for sure. Because, like I said, this one, it's just a tank. It is just a tank. It's something that you have to get through to get to the WZ-113, which is pretty darn effective in my opinion. We have already reviewed it, and it's here on the channel. But this one, the Russian IS is so much better. There are tanks on Tier 7, heavy tanks, that do the job a lot better. Your armor profile isn't really spectacular except for side scraping, but that's a bit of an issue really with the game, because it's become so much quicker than earlier. In earlier games you could just sit and side scrape and wait for the cavalry to clear the flank, but now it's 9 out of 10 times a DPM trade, and this is actually a pretty long-lasting game, nearly 4 minutes, which is quite longish for WoT of Tanks Blitz. And if you look at the damage I've done over here on this one, well, quite effective, 3.8k damage. But that's why I also said maybe I shouldn't have pushed that AMX 3075 or the Cheery, because I would have been able to maybe hold off the T29 or the Tiger P or whatever. But then again, my teammates, the KV and the IS, they were camping along the ridge between the houses, and once you get spotted there, it's basically a death trap, because there's not a lot that you can do or in terms of shooting people or relocating. So yeah, IS-2 stats and numbers. You can see I've been using tank comparison on BlitzStars, and this is the third thing about the tank: the DPM is crap, especially if you compare it to the AMX MLE 45. That's nearly 500 more. That's one shot of an IS-2 more, and well, you are likely to miss or bounce because your weapon handling is pretty crap. Your penetration isn't that good, but coupled to that, your aim time and your dispersion are just plain bad, and just really bad. And if you compare this one, the IS-2, well, you do have gun elevation, but who cares if you have crappy dispersion. I mean, the IS has better dispersion with practically the same gun. The 100mm on the IS-2, which is the second column from the left, has better dispersion. You have better gun depression with the 100mm, so everything is better. And you can look at the red and the pink and the greens. Any tank does it really better. And this thing, you have on this bit, you have the edge on all the other tier 7 heavies, because yeah, you are a heavy tank, but you're not that heavy. Your hit points 1230 on the low side, really. So yeah, you have worse DPM and you have a better terrain resistance, and your power to weight ratio is pretty good, but those things don't really matter anymore in Blitz. It's about DPM and armor. So I've decided to take Armour Inspector out again, not Blitz Hanger. It's basically the same as on the premium IS-2 we've just reviewed. But if you take a look at this, and I'm really taking things slowly, this is not slowed down, this is in real time. If you angle the tank like this, then you will be golden. Don't over angle. You can see what happens if you over angle the tank. If you point the gun over the drive wheel, then your sights will become vulnerable, and tanks can penetrate you over the top of your tracks. This is from the perspective of Panther 2, so tier 8 is even worse. But if you angle it like this, your rear behind the turret becomes very, very strong. The front not so much, because they are angled inward. But yeah, you should side scrape in this one. Like with the premium IS-2, you have to side scrape. And I'm not bouncing a shot here because I shoot and track that KV-1S, but he's got nothing on me. Absolutely nothing. This is actually again a game with the 122mm, and if you can do things like this, just slowly side scrape out backwards and then shoot a red tank, then you can do really good things with it. Because you're standing still, you're basically firing from standstill, not during movement, not upon turret rotation. You have your gun aimed in, pre-aimed in, and then the aim time and the dispersion, etc. don't really matter. Up and close, up personal, good stuff. But look at this, I have to actually wait a fair bit to my liking before I can shoot into that Tiger Piece track wheel. Into the back, and again, love that new skill. Nice full 500 roll straight into the butt of the Tiger P. He has to go down. We haven't got a base yet. We are one tank up. He's a top tier tank, so one take him out, or my teammate, or whatever, take one out. But I managed to get the kill. Reds have captured B, we're capturing C now, so I'm going to push. Bit wary of the Rudy on my left, who is going to take out, or has taken out, a tank from us, I think. Yeah, there was. He's taken out the KV-3, KV-2, and I should have gone forward on this one. I'm taking a bit unnecessary damage from that M6A2E1, but look at that, he's just enormous. And my gun, 175 pan, I was able to shoot his left and right side, and this is really a lucky shot. It helps a bit to go forward, aim in, point at the target, and then drive backwards, because your reticule will still keep shrinking down, but it's not shots that will go in all the time. There's a Rudy. Hello Rudy, you're on my back. Right, gonna shoot the mutant again through the drive wheel. We're going to bounce a shot from the SP1C. There it is, lovely. I know where he is, so I have to drive backwards just ever so slightly. And this is a fun thing, I'm pretty low profile, but the mutant is not. Lovely. And suddenly we are from 4-4 in terms of tanks to, yeah, just one tank left on the red team. And I've sped up this bit really because it's not really gameplay. We capture B, I drive to A, we capture that one. The SP1C captures C, and I'm going to shoot him in the end. And we're going to watch that later. But those two games I've just shown do show you that you can do pretty good with the 122mm. But, well, in my opinion, that gun can only really work when you are a top tier tank, because then you can have, or might have, the time, and look at this, completely open bloom, misses, and Mao, guys, our shell completely open bloom, and it hits. Thank you, thank you, thank you, RNG. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, right, I remember now. This tank with this gun can only work when you are a top tier, in my opinion, because then you have more time to aim in, then you don't have to worry about big 640 alpha guns on the Borsig, or bigger guns on tier 8, or mediums who can just tear you apart. This gun will only work reliably on tier 7. Don't drive it on purpose with the 122mm, because every stat except for alpha damage will be better with the 100mm. So that's why I've included two games as well on with the tank with the 100mm fitted. The first one is a tier 7 game on Middelburg, and the last one is on Desert Sands, and that one is actually the first game I played the IS-2 fitted with the 100mm gun. You can see we are dropping the hammer on Middelburg. I've looked at the lineup. They have got 1 heavy, 3 tank destroyers. We have more heavies. I wasn't ready to go up. I wanted to go into the town area. And I'm going to shoot this Jagdpanther, a bit lucky. I'm going to take some unnecessary damage on the from the Jagdpanther as well, because I should have backed off or backed up straight into the building again as I saw him aim in on my front plate. But then again, 2 shots in for 1 in return. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's just unnecessary damage. This one bounces only 88. A quick look showed me that I could pen his cupola, which is good. And again, some unnecessary damage here on the SU-100. I was really thinking, right, he's probably going or wanting to shoot either the KV-3 or the VK-36 or the MT-25, because there were so many targets on offer. But he decided to shoot me anyway. But yeah, a bit stupid on bit of stupidity on my part. Now going into a bit of gameplay where the IS-2 can excel in a way. Really, I mean, the DPM with the 100mm gun still isn't brilliant, but at least it is respectable and workable. And if you then can get it into a position where you can side scrape, I'm taking shots from the SP1C over here. He shot me through my driver's area front plate. But we bounce a shot from the VK. We're going to bounce a shot from the SP1C. There we go. And that's what I meant with the way you should angle the tank. The back of your hull, if you angle it up like I'm doing over here, and like I've shown on Armour Inspector, if you angle it up like that, that backplate becomes at, what is it, 800 or so millimeters of armor. I mean, there's just no way a tier 7 tank can go through with ease, or maybe even with trying. So we're just going to sit here. They have to push, they have to go in. I dunked a shot into the ground, don't know what happened there, some lag or me just my finger slipping off the controls. We're going to track the Panther in place. He can shoot me because I track him in, then turn his gun straight on me. But I wiggle this other shot off, he shoots our track. I can put one into his side, pop the adrenaline, have it still going, and as we round the corner we can shoot the SP1C. I was thinking about HE, but AP will do. So yeah, we finished him off. Second class medal, this one, I think. Let me check. Yeah, second class high caliber 2.5k damage and nearly 30k of credits, but you can see that 100mm is far more effective. And on flat ground, the gun depression doesn't mean a lot. It doesn't really alter the gameplay a lot. But having it with 1 degree extra, I think that will really help if you are on undulated terrain or around hills or any kind of stuff like that. But mostly the gun stats, they are so much better with the 100mm. Yeah, Just don't run it with the 122. Really stupid. Last game, and as said, this was the first one I played with 100mm, so my apologies for not having sound in it. But I really wanted to include this one because it shows the IS-2 in its full glory, even if it isn't as glorious as some other tanks on the game. But yeah, this is a pretty good game because we held the line. We hold the line against a few T-Ray tanks with some help from our Tiger, obviously. But we have taken one shot from the T-44. We bounced one shot from the T-44. We are going to bounce again. No, he decides not to shoot us, and we get a lucky shot in on him. And now we are going to side rape, because I've already seen Reds are moving in. I'm turning my tank into the building. Tiger, don't do that. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Tiger. Don't do that. But he still wants to, so we can shoot the Löwe, but bounce on his front plate. And you can see that Tiger's getting wrecked. Absolutely hammered. We retract that Löwe, put ourselves into a nice position, then take a look around, and I think I'm going to bounce a shot. Oh, cheeks! Huh. Right, yeah, we're going to bounce a shot from the KV-3. We shoot the cheeks of that M6A2E1, and I knew I was in a good position. Reds got a bit panicky. Going to shoot the KV-3 in the side. The Reds were panicking a bit, so I managed to bounce double shots, and I'm now backing off because I can see they are pushing. It's supremacy. They have one base, we have one base. I'm going to kill the Löwe. Sorry about APCR spam. Angle the tank up again, and this is just lovely jubbly. I mean, it isn't a spectacular tank like that, but if you do it like this, I'm not giving them anything. They are looking at me, but they can't shoot me. Mutant backing off. We're going to shoot the T-44. IS-3 has shot the sand. That means I can safely roll out and shoot another tank. We're going to take some shots for our troubles, but yeah, this is all done and dusted. Then drive in straight into that IS-2. He bounces an AP shot on a turret. So there you have it, really. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention: this tank has this gun has APCR for premium ammo, which is far more effective, I think, than the heat on the 122mm gun. And if this tank, if I would have been able to get another shot off, or if this tank had burned down the IC, might have been an ace game. I'm not sure, but this was a first class and again a high caliber gun on a T-Raid battle. Was a high caliber? It was a first class, I'm sure, on that. Well, we'll see. Come on, screen. Yeah, first class and a high caliber, 3.2k damage. Like I said, still not the most brilliant tank in the game as far as I'm concerned. It's just a tank, but it's a tank you have to get through to tier 10. I wouldn't waste free XP on it because you can make it work, but this is certainly not a keeper in my garage. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do take part in our giveaway. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Tankers of Blitz Universe. Bye bye.